wanted to hear from people who've gone through a similar experience as Elliot, and we have Kyle here in our audience. Kyle, where are you?
I'm right here.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kyle Woody, and my story is essentially Elliot's, only I was younger. In 2011, my wife, Sarah, was 34. I was 33. Our two sons were 4 and 1. And Sarah was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. We expected she had 2 years at diagnosis. She had almost 9. For me, reading Elliot's story, it made me feel like I'd stepped into a time machine. How scared...
Was it triggering for you too?
Absolutely.
I would think
Extremely.
that this would be triggering if you've lived it.
It was, you know, how scared he was.
Yeah.
How isolated, how ill-equipped, insecure, and how throughout it there was this unspoken pressure that I felt and I read in your work with Elliot to project the opposite of all those things. And I also understood how Elliot felt when Claire asked him to leave, because Sarah asked me for a divorce in 2016.
While you were taking care of her?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
And we remained close.
How?
After it was very difficult. It was a very difficult time. And that closeness wasn't immediate. You know, I remember she dumped me on a Friday before Father's Day. But we remained close, and I actually had opportunities to care for her after the divorce when her boyfriend, Doug, needed a break.
Okay, wait. Wait just a minute here. So did she have the boyfriend before you were taking care of her?
No.
So she was diagnosed.
Yep.
You started to take care of her as her husband.
Yes.
Yeah. And you had been her husband for how long? How long had you all been married?
For about 6 years.
Okay. And then she's diagnosed. Then you become the caregiver.
Yes.
And 5 years into the caregiving, she says, I don't want to be with you anymore.
Correct.
Okay.
You know, when you're in your final days or your final season of life, things are different. You know, your decision-making is different. And I'm really, maybe the thing I'm most proud of is that through that experience of caring for her, Doug and I became very close. And to this day, we're raising Sarah's boys together in a way that I think Sarah would be very proud of.
Wow. That is a story. So I was saying you would be very triggered in the book, Some Bright Nowhere, when Claire asks him to leave. Was that like a gut punch for you too?
I got through like the first 2 chapters and it just brought me to my knees because, you know, that was my question for you, Anne, is how in the world did you have such a nuanced and accurate portrayal of what it's like to be a guy in that role?
Well, first of all, I'm so sorry for what you went through and amazed by your story, especially that you and Doug are caring for the children and raising them together. That's incredible. How it's...
That's part 2 of this novel.
Hey,
Come
we
on.
could collaborate. It's what you do when you create a character, and for me, writing a man is not harder than writing a woman.
It is or is it not?
It is not.
It's not.
It is not. Because in both cases, you're making an empathic leap into someone else's experience. And I think, you know, I am in my 60s. I've seen friends go through cancer and not survive, and I've seen the effect on their families. And I've felt the effect on me, you know, what it actually does to a friend, a small community. So the the sort of the feeling of being in that challenge and heartbreak was familiar to me. And in terms of creating Elliot, I said I'd abandoned the other attempt,
Characters,
the
yeah.
one that had the different points of view in it. And the trick for me is to get the voice. And I started writing it, and I found the voice very quickly. I felt like I could write. It's a third person. It's told, as he, not I. But I felt like I could write from his point of view very readily. And I think that just kind of guided me into rounding him out and figuring out, some of the details.
I read, Kyle, that your experience showed you that male caregivers need a lot more support. Is that true?
Yes.
10 years ago, Kyle and 2 other men who were also taking care of their wives who were struggling with cancer co-founded a national nonprofit called Jack's Caregiver Coalition. Their inspiration was a family friend named Jack who told them to serve the caregiver. It's a lonely job, and they are always forgotten. The group provides a much-needed support system that has helped countless men cope and navigate the feelings of isolation caregivers so often experience. I encourage you to seek their help if you need it. You can find them at jackscaregiverco.org. The URL is there on your screen. I just finished a podcast with Emma Willis, who is Bruce Willis's wife, and she's written a book called The Unexpected Journey about what it's like to be a caregiver. And she doesn't use the word caregiver. She says it's really care partner, because you're there partnering with the person. That caregivers can be from the outside, but somebody who's in the home with the person all the time is a care partner. So you were a great care partner who was asked to leave through divorce. And I think that what you're saying is what she says in the book, that care partners need to take care of themselves first, because most people just give and give and give until they're depleted and there's nothing there. Did you find that for yourself?
Yes, absolutely. The focus on the other, of the person you're caring for, is absolute for folks in this role.
Yeah, yeah.